So friends, shall we settle into a position that is relaxed and erect? If you have tension in your shoulders, you could roll your shoulders a few times. Take in a full breath, open up space, feel the space between your shoulder blades, feel the space between your ribs. Below your tailbone is rooted in the earth. Above your crown opens out to the sky. Breath comes in and goes out. Filled and emptied. No need to force the breath or to push it whatsoever. It comes in. Let it come unobstructed. Let it flow through your nostrils down into the chest and flow into the bloodstream and enter all of the limbs of your body. And the breath sweeps out from every cell, converging in the lungs and then rising and diffusing through the nostrils as you sense its spiral out into the distance. The widening gyre of the breath rippling out with each exhalation farther and farther. Then you need not breathe in again, you are breathed into and filled. We undertake this act of awareness not in a void, but located right here in this landscape, under this sky, surrounded by trees and fellow human beings and all manner of kindred folk, transacting life between ourselves with each breath. We enter in upon the earth breath, breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And the breath rolls out like a carpet over the land in all directions around you. Spreading horizontally. And evoking perhaps the tawny color of the earth, an ochre yellow. Conscious of the bones that hold up our flesh and the flesh itself, its musculature, these bones and muscles conforming themselves to the lineaments of nearby mountains, vast mineral deposits underground, and the loam of the earth. Stone and clay. In the land, in our bodies, and in what we call our mind. The psychic attributes of endurance and patience. A tendency to be motionless, stable. But now the breath shifts and we inhale through the nose, but exhale now through the mouth. And suddenly the direction of the subtle breath has changed, no longer issuing out horizontally, but descending, flowing down, cascading down. As though a waterfall flowed down from the top of your head, down into the earth. Evoking greenery, the greenness of water. And intuitively related to the blood and lymph, the liquid that constantly circulates through the arteries and veins of one's body, and which is continuously renewed when we sip water. Sense the need for it in your thirst. Immediately one is kin to the springs, the creeks, the rivers, not hypothetical ones, but these very ones. The river down the road and the water running through the pipes in the walls. One is oneself a tributary of the great hydrological cycle. Moreover, water gushes in the mind and in the heart as a generous instinct, as an inclination toward emotion, sentiment. Connecting beyond the confines of logic. But now the breath shifts again and we inhale through the mouth and exhale through the nose. breath of fire. The direction of the breath is now ascending as a flame leaps up. Quickening to a bright glow. Inclining to a reddish or orange hue. And productive of heat, waves of heat, the sense of radiance that there is a vital heat that doesn't end at one's skin, but emanates out, and conversely, how we imbibe the emanations of heat from other warm bodies and from the sun itself as it enfolds the planet and ourselves. Heat and light not only in the body, but in the mind. As fervor, intensity of conviction, passionate resolve. But now once more the breath shifts again, and we inhale now through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. The breath of air going every which way, zigzag, chaos. There's a kind of ambivalence in it, but also complexity, nuance. As blue as the sky and as boundless free form. It has form, but form of the subtlest kind. Choreography more than structure. It billows through our pores, but blows also in mind and heart, conveying freedom, inspiration. And finally, we find ourselves breathing simultaneously through the nose and mouth both at once. A breath so diaphanous as to be hardly noticeable. A breath that seems to merge into space itself. sensing earth and water and fire and air equilibriously gathered in the land around us, in our body in miniature, and in our very mind, and in the land of the mind, that planet that we discover when this world is turned inside out. Thus refreshed in the spirit of the alchemical maxim, nature rejoices in nature, refreshed by the communion between the earth in the body and the earth on the horizon, the water in our mind and the water in the river, the fire in our heart and the blaze in the stars. The air of our dreams and the exhalations of the forest. We lift our hands. Beloved Sovereign, Almighty God, through the rays of the sun, through the waves of the air, through the all-pervading life in space, purify and revivify me, and I pray, heal my body, heart, and soul. Amen.